Peace and love, fam. Welcome to the channel. It's your boy Monte. You know who I am. You know what I do. You know how I get down. If you don't know me, that's who I am. Again, guys, I'd like to welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, thanks for joining the channel. Hopefully you'll subscribe at the end. Again, I keep it real. I keep it 100. I keep it short. I keep it sweet. We get down to what it is that we need to learn and know. Then we move on up out of here. So let's talk about what it is that we want to talk about today, guys. I'm going to be a little bit out of the screen, but I'll be pointing out what it is that we want to talk about. We're talking about self-improvement, guys. Talking about self-improvement. We want to deal with those survival emotions, things that we need to eliminate, guys. We need to eliminate survival emotions. Now, what do I mean about survival emotions? Let's talk about anger. Anger. This is one of those emotions that handicaps the person's inability to see things clearly. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not telling you not to ever be angry. Those things that come up in our life can produce anger in our response. But at the end of the day, you don't want to be driven by anger, all right? So that's a survival emotion. Jealousy. Now, this is one that you can eliminate. This is one that has no use at all. You should not be jealous of anyone or anything, but many of us, we possess this. We have to get rid of that as well. Let's move on. Resentment. Let's talk about resentment. A lot of times we resent. This goes right along with the jealousy. Sometimes we resent what others have been able to accomplish, or resent something that we haven't been able to do or would like to do, but we haven't figured out how to do it. Now we need to remove that resentment from our being, guys. This is another survival emotion, and it is no good. Envy. Envy. Another emotion tied into resentment and jealousy. More so, jealousy and envy go hand in hand. Again, another emotion that we have to rid ourselves of if we want to get healthy. All right, let's deal with hatred. All right, I'm not one of those individuals that tell you that you should love your enemy. I don't believe in that. All right, but that's for another subject. Hatred. Holding on to hatred. Allowing that to be the driving force behind your being, or allowing it to handicap you from being able to move forward and do things on a more positive level because you're so focused on hating something or hating someone. Again, anything we focus on, that's why energy is directed to, and we need to utilize our energy a little bit better than that. All right, let's go on. Competition. Now, competition isn't bad if it's healthy competition, but the competition that we are dealing with today is not healthy. The competition that we're dealing with today is the competition that we want to beat the next person at all costs. So we live in a society that promotes this type of competition as if this really evolves the individual. It doesn't, guys. It doesn't evolve you to always be in constant competition. You need to move beyond that. And we call these things survival emotions. They produce stress hormones. Stress hormones produce disease and an early death to the body. All right? Remember that. Survival emotions, stress hormones produce disease and an early death to this physiology. All right, we'll go to this other side right here, guys. Now we're going to talk about, we want to add these, and we call these evolved emotions. We want to add gratitude. Why do you want gratitude? You want gratitude because it generates within the body a spirit of fulfillment. And this in turn produce those good vibe, that good energy that we talk about that's in the body, and it helps the body to help and heal itself and help you to move beyond the struggles of the day. Let's talk about love. Again, love is definitely a beautiful thing, and my understanding of love is not the same as many individuals. So I view love as doing the right thing at the right time for the right reasons, all the time, if possible. That's love. I'm not talking about that emotional connection, that emotional, I can't live without him, I can't live with, that's just emotional love. We got to move beyond that. Because I like to have that if you have the true love in its place first, all right? So let's go with acceptance. Accepting what? What do we need to accept? We need to accept the facts that are there in front of us. A lot of times we would like things to be a certain way, and there's nothing wrong with projecting what you want. But you can't project what you want and not accept what is. So I hope that makes sense. You have to accept what is, whether you agree with it, dislike it, whether it's for you or against you. You need to be willing to accept the fact of the matter that this is it at this time. And then you work beyond that to produce what it is that you want to produce. But that doesn't happen unless you have acceptance. Let's deal with appreciation. Appreciation and gratitude are almost synonymous. You need to be appreciative of the things. We need to be appreciative of the things that we are experiencing that are beneficial, even those things that are negative to a certain degree. It's hard to do that, but at the same time, you can almost always pull out of a negative situation some type of lesson that down the line will allow you to do better, be better, and produce more. Then that's an appreciation for what it is that you had to go through in order to get to what it is that you want to do. Confidence. Let's deal with confidence, guys. We have to have confidence. We have to develop confidence, even if it's over a short period of time. We need confidence. And as we develop confidence in a short spurts, then it becomes more and more ingrained in the body. Now it becomes a part of our being. We need confidence. All right. Still with knowledge. Knowledge. We need to know things. We need to learn things. But the thing is, there's a lot of misinformation out here. There's a lot of misinformation that we need to be able to part through that misinformation and be able to get to what it is that is true knowledge, that is truth, and that is factual. But knowledge is not just enough. We need application. If you can't apply what you know, then what you know is not really going to benefit you. So we must get into this the space of applying those things that we know in order for it to benefit. All right, guys, let's go with growth emotions. These are considered growth emotions and attitudes and states of being. They lead to health and wealth. Not necessarily money, but wealth of being and a healthy body. And then you can produce the money that you need. All right, guys, I'm not going to keep you much longer than that. Here's what it is. This is what we do. This is what we work on. Sending you peace and love. Thank you for subscribing if you already subscribed. If you haven't, please subscribe. I'll leave my email in the description below. If you need any, if you have any questions that you want to ask me, not in the comments, then shoot me an email and we'll move forward from there. I'm sending you peace and love, guys. And again, you know, I have a ton of videos that have exercises in them that you can produce your own regimen out of it. And I also have the herbs that I talk about. I'm about to get those moving in the right direction as far as packaging, etc., so that you'll be able to purchase them if you need to purchase them. All right, guys, peace and love.